I want to hand over to Lars Wingefors, CEO and President.
Thank you, Martin. And good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's presentation. Today is a humbling morning. Starting today's presentation, we would like to describe some background and rationale for the aforementioned strategic partnership deal. Even if it serves little financial value going forward, it hopefully answers some questions about our communications and our decisions. In the second quarter 22-23, we outlined our ambition to close a number of partnership and licensing deals that would be jointly transformative for Embracer. We have already entered into multiple partnerships and licensing agreements with industry partners on both AAA games and movies based on some of our iconic IPs. Except for the already announced deals that have more limited short-term financial value, we have been working on one groundbreaking strategic partnership agreement that would have set a new benchmark for the industry. And trust me, I've been spending a lot of time on this. Negotiations have been taking far longer than originally anticipated, considering we had a verbal commitment already in October 22. The specific deal included more than $2 billion in contracted development revenues over a period of 6 years. The deal would have enabled a catch-up payment at closing for already capitalized costs for a range of large budget games, but also notably improved medium to long-term profits and cash flow predictability for the duration of the game development projects. The transaction had many of the highest rated global advisories across various segments on board, with several hundred people engaged on both sides. All documentation was finalized and ready to go as of yesterday. We asked for the execution of the agreement before our Q4 announcement. However, late last night, we received a negative outcome from the counterparty. This decision was unexpected to the management and the board of directors of Embracer.
So, we have updated and lowered our adjusted EBIT forecast for financial year 23-24 to 7.7 billion to 9 billion versus previously 10.3 to 13.6 billion in adjusted EBIT.
How do you feel on a day like this?
No, it's been a rough night, getting that decision when you have everything prepared, presentation, communication, and obviously you have been working day and night almost sometimes for half a year to achieve something. But hey, this is business, and I know shareholders and other stakeholders expect me to win every battle. This was a big one. And we didn't win this one, but I'm sure we will win many of the future battles. A lot of discussions, should we have that included into our guidance? Is that how guidance works? That you should have the most likely outcome, what you believe? And that was our conclusions. I'm sure that it could be debated whether, you have only legal agreements signed included or not. But obviously you don't have all your revenues signed because there is a forecast. So and it was also the liability of announcing then a guidance, and then you have a deal, but then you then announce a change in that, and then you have the deal later. What impact legal or what liabilities do you have for shareholders that have been trading the shares in that period? Okay, I'm not an expert in this field, but obviously we're taking a lot of guidance in this.
But it's fair to summarize that you had a verbal commitment. You expected it to come through, so it was included.
We have no reasons to question that verbal commitment.
No. Okay. I know that your company have a little special niche, but it would be interesting to hear yours.
We are also making good progress on the restructuring program announced on June 13, with the ultimate goal of significantly improve free cash flow and reaching a net debt of 8 billion by year-end. Delivery of the program will allow us to operate with increased efficiency across the group and reduce business risk. This, in turn, will enable us to continue grow and to deliver high-quality products in the long term. At the same time, we acknowledge the uncertainty that such a program can cause for our colleagues. A painful consequence of the program is that a number of talented and passionate team members have left us or will be leaving us before the end of the fiscal year.
Initial actions have been taken on closure and other initiatives on the reduction of number of studios and projects. In the case of studio closures or divestments, you would understand in respect of due process and also commercial sensibility. We will not be commenting on the specifics.
Yeah. Could you share some color on like the timeline in those processes? Is it that you start off with trying to get some kind of agreement, potentially divesting or selling assets, and then later on, if that's not an option, you have to close it down, or maybe try to explain to us to make us better understand other processes parallel to this?
I think it's a bit of commercial sensitivity around like, specifically how we go about. It kind of varies by studio, but in the end of the day, we try to find new homes for our people. But ultimately, we need to make a final call and doing layoffs in a few instances. But again, you can partnering up, you can do divestments, you could adjust the studio, you could internally find other resources. So there's many ways how to optimize this. In the end of the day, our overreaching target is to reach 8 billion net debt in the end of the year. That's our focus.
Great.